Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Dcentos. I'm back in the building yet again. I know it's been a minute. It's probably been like a month. Might have been half a year. I actually really don't know. But I'm here with my mans. Introduce yourself.
You already know who it is. It's your boy. I don't know why I started that off like a local rapper. You already know who it is. And people
What's that?
they don't even know who he actually is. But yeah, it's StrawhatYomo.
Yes, sir.
I'm back again. I'm still
Mhm.
alive, still making it. But yeah,
Nah. See, the problem is like when you're a local rapper, you gotta have confidence in yourself. Because obviously nobody know who you at. They don't know who you are, but you gotta make people think that you that guy. That's all I'm saying. But
okay, I can see that. I can see that.
yes, sir. People gotta think like you're that guy, like this show right here, Spy
hmm
X Family. Y'all see it on the screen. This is a show we about to review. We about to talk about. We got basically um the plot. It's in the name. It's Spy and it's a family. We got our three main characters. We got Lloyd, Forger. He's a spy. We got Anya Forger. She's an esper, so she can read people's minds. And we got um Yor, and
Yeah.
she's an assassin. I mean, but still, they create a fake family. So I first want to say, what were your initial impressions of the show? Like when you saw the trailer, this, that, and the third.
So I've known about the show for a while, and I know that people have been hyping up the show for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this was about like maybe a year or two before like the show actually came out. People were just hyping up the manga. And so I remember trying to read it. I thought it was okay. I just kind of stopped because once I heard the anime announcement, I was like, oh, well, I'll just watch the anime. And I don't know why the show got stupid hype. Like a lot of like people were talking about it,
Mm,
going crazy. And after watching it, I agree. It is good. I do like it. I really do like it. I don't think it
mm,
lives up to like this crazy hype that people are telling me it is,
mm.
but I do like enjoy the show. It's one of those shows that I can just sit back, watch. Don't have to really turn my brain on too much. It's a funny show. It's a funny show.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. So as y'all can see on the screen, on my anime list, it's at a 8.81. That score is too high. That score is way too high. I'm gonna
Mm.
keep it a buck with you. From what we've seen. Now I'm not talking about the potential what's in the manga. I'm talking about from what we've seen. That scar is way too high, and I might title this video is Spy X Family overrated or is Spy X Family mid because I don't know that's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I
Mm.
feel. So before I start slandering the show, I do want to say I really enjoyed the soundtrack and the ending song. Did you listen to the ending
Yes.
song?
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say, but like I don't know, like the animation, because it was kind of like I don't know, like the art style of it. It was very colorful. You got scenes of them dancing, and I don't know the name of the band or the name of the music group that did it, but it was really good in my opinion. So I'll give it that. And the like the soundtrack they played like for the next episode preview. Like that. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
It's like
That
a
that that
jazz kind
yeah,
of
that little
thing.
jazz thing. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was good. That was good.
yeah.
That was good. So I gotta really give it that. All right. Let me see. Let me see more positive. So I wrote down a little bit so I don't completely slander the show. I gotta keep this balance. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? So let's see what we got. I think okay. First positive. I think I like Anya as a character. Um, I think I think a lot of times I would actually want to compare Anya to Boji because I think they're
Mm.
kind of in a similar realm. From if you guys haven't seen Ranking the King, because Boji is an adorable character, right? And I think Anya is kind of in that same realm where people like her, and maybe she's not really trying to succeed, but like she's funny to watch, and I
Yeah.
really liked her facial expressions, like because a lot of times she just be looking at people like they stupid, or she be looking
hmm
like real shocked because again she can read people's minds. She be like, hey, what this dude just say? Like this man kind of crazy. So uh her facial expressions, really enjoyed that. What about you? What you guys say?
For me, it's definitely like the characters. I really do like Anya. Like just like you said, I love her facial
Mm-hmm.
expressions. Hilarious character. I'm trying to think of who else I liked. I do like the whole like the environment, the whole school environment,
Mm-hmm.
how they gotta wear. It's like a very prestige environment, and they
Right.
gotta get the bolts and like the rank. Basically, they gotta increase their rankings to get to meet this, big person. So I
Mm-hmm.
do kind of like that aspect of it. It's very unique. I don't see that too often in
Yeah.
shows. I think it's pretty funny. It does it well too, and I like this whole. I'm trying to think the main theme of that school. It was like elegant, basically,
Yes. Elegance.
elegant.
Yes.
And you got that old dude keep saying like, "Oh, what she's doing is so elegant. What their family doing is so elegant."
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was hilarious. So, comedy and characters like one of the two things that I really do enjoy about this show.
Yeah, and I think like I don't know, I think the characters are different enough. I think well obviously I think Anya's the most interesting character, but I don't think I think Lloyd kind of being his serious self and kind of being used to his family life because Lloyd is more of a he's been a spy his entire life, so he doesn't really know how to like settle down and be with people.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you got Yor, who's like really awkward and doesn't really know how to interact with people, and she's like a cold blood killer. So I do like how they all like how those people like come together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I do like that. Again, let me just dial it back a little bit. Obviously there's gonna be spoilers in this conversation. And you talked a little bit about the school. So like the main like premise of the show is that Lloyd goes into a town, right? And he must talk to what's the character's name? Donovan Desmond is like the head of the country, or whatever. And I think he's like his child goes to that school, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so Lloyd must infiltrate that school. So his way to do that is to create a fake family. So he adopts Anya, who's his Esper, and he said, "Okay, I have a fake daughter. Now I need a wife because they need, we need to look like an exemplary family, kind of like the president, right? The president, you got the
Mm-hmm.
first lady, you got the kids, so he needs to recreate that. So basically, he finds Yor, and she has a relatively clean record, and they create this family, and Anya must do well in school so she can get close to what's his name? Damien Desmond, which is Donovan Desmond's son. So that's kind of the premise of the show and kind of where we going. Um let's see what else. Let me see what other positives do I have. Let me see. Do you have any favorite episodes at all?
I
Any episodes
think
that you really like?
my favorite episode that made me laugh,
Mm-hmm.
that I just overall enjoyed, was the dodgeball episode.
I
That
like
was
that
definitely
one.
like my favorite
Yeah.
because it's them playing dodgeball. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be cool. And then they introduce like this secret weapon on the other side, and it's like this big ass like 6 foot brolic dude that's supposed to play off as like what grade are they supposed to be? Like
Like kindergarten, I think. Or was it?
kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way this has to be a grown adult, but it really is a child. And like this shows scenes of him with his dad, and he's yelling, he's going up to his dad, like, oh, Papa, and this and this and
Mm-hmm.
that. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that is insane. And can we should we go into spoilers or nah?
Man, we can spoil it. We can
Okay,
spoil it.
yeah, why
Go
not?
ahead.
Because I
Go
haven't
ahead.
seen it. So there's this one scene where like the guy is like he's knocking everybody out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just Anya. And so Anya's like, my mom. So there was a scene before that Yor was training Anya how to throw a ball, just like how she can. So Anya's like, this is my chance to shine. I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking like, oh, she might actually do it. And she throws it as hard as she can. Like the animation goes crazy and everything. She throws it as hard as it can. The ball like barely hit, like goes over to the guy. It just instantly hits the floor, and the guy just tosses the ball. She's out, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I like that little scene right there. I thought that was like really really hilarious.
Nah, that was funny because like they kind of gave like this whole like shonen anime
Yeah.
like I thought I was watching like Haikyuu or like Kuroko no Basket. I was like, oh okay, like the animators they went kind of crazy that whole episode because they had
Mm-hmm.
that one scene where they showed Damien training and they was like on Planet Namek. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I was like that's kind of
yeah, I do
cold. That's
remember
kind of
that.
cold.
Yeah,
That's kind
they
of
were doing
cold.
that.
Yeah, I like
What
that episode.
else?
I like that episode.
I didn't know if they did any other like anime tropes in there,
I
but
feel
yeah,
like
I
they
do remember
did, but
that.
I don't remember them. But Nah, that was a solid episode. All right, okay. I like so I got my favorite scene, and then I got a favorite episode. So my favorite scene is shout out to all you Guilty Gear players because you'll know exactly what scene we're talking about if you play Guilty Gear. It's that scene where Anya is talking to Damien, and then Anya, like, when the teacher isn't looking, she steals him in the face and like punches him, and he like hits the wall. That scene, right? So like if you went on Twitter, right? The Guilty Gear community, like, they edited that to say like counter. It's a counter. Basically, like, you get that
Yeah.
whenever you get like a hard knockdown on someone in a, or not hard knockdown, but when you counter somebody in Guilty Gear. So they edited that, and I thought that was like really funny. So that was a really like that scene, and I think it just kind of shows like Anya's character because like she, was pretty much like I guess like yeah, she was an orphan, so she really doesn't know how to interact with people, and she's kind of learning. So that was cool. Um, but my favorite episode was probably the Bondman episode where they went to the castle. And yeah, when they went to the castle, I think it was like earlier on, and essentially like Anya got Lloyd to get all his like spy buddies, and basically what was like his goal was to save Anya from, I don't know, like all the evil spy people in Yor. And I don't know, I like that scene for like the very end where it was Lloyd versus Yor, and like Yor was drunk, but then she started going ham like she was about to beat him up. Yo, that
Mm-hmm.
was crazy, dog. That was crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, Yor can't mess with Yor chick. She kind of
She
she kind of
cold. She
cold.
cold.
She kind of cold with it, man. She kind of cold with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got to say. So I mean, that was good. That was good. Now, do you have any issues with the show?
For me, I just feel like the plot doesn't really go anywhere. And I don't know if this is
Mm,
that kind of show where there's not really supposed to be a plot. There kind
mhm.
of is though, because they introduced in that first episode. And like I don't know, I feel like the show's progression hasn't really like showed me that there is
Okay.
much of a plot. Like they hint on it, like, oh, we gotta assassinate this big guy. And then we found out that yours brother is working under like I think him or the military, I guess,
Yeah.
that's under that guy as well too.
Yes.
Like overall, I feel like that's my biggest
Mm-hmm.
thing about it. Like there's some times where it's too slice of life for me, and I kind of want the plot to be moving a little bit
Okay.
per se. Um,
I wouldn't even
yeah.
say slice of life, man. To be honest, I would say it's worse than slice of life because slice of life at least has a plot. They're at least going somewhere. So like I've done like on my channel, I've done shows about like Clannad, Violet Evergarden, where there is an end goal. Like there is some type of goal, whether it's being a good father, whether it's learning how to love. This show, the first 12 episodes, nothing happens, and you know, to me, it's one of those things where in the moment it looks really bad for the show. But let's say season 2 comes out and like, everything comes full circle, then it's fine. But for what we got right now, that episode 12, the season finale, what even happened? Like there was no
Yeah.
like like if this is a story, right? And we got the rise in action, and then climax and fall. We still want to rise in action, all right? We got no
Yeah.
type of climactic endpoint, and at that point it was kind of like, you know, where is this going? Why am I wasting my time? Yes, Ani is an adorable character. Yes, Crunchyroll is really pushing this show as the best shows this season, which I don't really think it was, but Crunchyroll was pushing it. Obviously, it's an 8.81, but I think it got that push, but it didn't deserve it because we really didn't see anything at the end of the day. Like, what did we see? What happened? That was memorable.
Yeah, I agree with that as well too. There's like a big push from Crunchyroll for people to really enjoy the show,
Yeah,
and the show isn't bad. I like it. I could
yeah.
definitely see itself being iconic and big.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't feel like the show is going anywhere as of right now.
As of
This
right
is only
now.
part one
Mm-hmm.
of this season. I guess they split the season in half. I guess that's the new trend what people are doing.
Yeah,
Like
they did.
they'll split the season in half. So maybe they'll order 24 episodes, and so they'll just do part one, and then I guess wait a little bit and animate part two. I guess just to give like the animators and like producing everybody a little bit of a break
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. I think they really started this during the whole pandemic, honestly.
I don't know,
But
but
yeah,
I think they announced the second season, like core two, like the
yeah, they
sequel.
did. They did.
Let me see. So let me see. Cause I'm on the website right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here. The second
I
season of
think.
spyxfamily, fall 2022. So in
Okay.
October they're gonna start again. So I mean that's not obviously that's not like a diss to them, but it's just for what we got as a presentation, it wasn't that good. So it to me, this season should have been 24 episodes, so I could like appreciate what I'm watching. But for what I got,
Yeah.
um, 8.81 is way too high. Let me see what else I got. Cons. I'm trying to see.
I also didn't like. I think one of my least favorite scenes was when the brother came over to the house,
Okay.
and it was just like he was kind of into. Okay, it's supposed to be funny. He was interrogating like Yor
Right.
and like, oh, not Yor, but Lloyd, and then questioning their relationship as well too, because he was like, it suddenly just happened so randomly, and I didn't
Yeah.
get the call for the wedding or anything like that. Um, and then they did the whole like you got to kiss scene and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, this is kind of like an anime trope per se, because you know, like when it comes to like wanting to kiss someone that you like, they always like struggle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't, me personally, I didn't really like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I didn't really feel like his brother really added any substance per se. Like I
Mm.
thought he was gonna be more of a threat, and he really wasn't that much of a threat. Maybe later on we'll see that, but as of right now, I didn't see much of a threat to him because he really acted just like his sister whenever he was drunk,
Yeah.
and like he ended up believing them, like, yo, this is actually a really good guy, and this and that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted a little bit of tension, you know.
Yeah. I'm
So
just like you really like obviously he didn't buy it, but I don't know. It just I agree. There could have been some more tension.
yeah,
Uh, a point that I didn't really like is that why doesn't Lloyd ever acknowledges yours fighting ability ever,
exactly.
ever?
Yeah,
I'm like, why? Cause like you're a spy, so you're supposed to be analyzing people, right? This man never takes one time to analyze your, doesn't go in a room, and because I feel like if he did, he would understand. Like, obviously she's an assassin, but like, yo, what? I think the episode when they were going into the school, right? Didn't she like stop a horse or stop a
yeah.
cow?
She's talking about ox. It was an ox.
And you ain't question it at all?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And like when she was drunk fighting you, she was whooping you, and you ain't question it at all. It's
I
just
thought
like,
maybe I had like skipped a scene or episode where like
mm,
he had mentioned it, you know, or he knows about
yeah,
it, but no.
mm,
So
and I think kind of like circling back everything. I just think the pacing was a little bit too slow. I feel like there were too many episodes where nothing was happening. Like I understand like the first three you have to establish a family, but
yeah.
like it felt like so many episodes are like we could have skipped this or we could have. There need to be more episodes that progress the plot forward, and I don't think there were enough of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we were developing the characters, but not all that much, and we were keeping the plot stagnant. I feel like they could have wrote it in a way where you were actively doing both, and I feel like we didn't get that in those 12 episodes, and we might get that next season. We might, you know, we might be saying, all right, this is one of the greatest shows of all time,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But right now, we didn't get that. So if you don't got any more points, because I don't, what would you rate this show as of right
I
now?
think when I finished watching the show, I checked on my anime list. I don't know why. I give it a 9. I don't
Oh,
give it a 9. I think it's a solid 8 for me.
okay,
Solid 8.
okay, an 8. I gotta give it a 7, 7 out of 10,
Ooh.
7
All
at best, 7 at
right.
best. All right, I didn't see anything in here. Of course, the concept is unique. The art style is nice. And to me, there's a lot of promotional materials behind this show. And shout out to Uniqlo. I just copped one of these shirts because I think the shirt was really clean. But I think that what we got, like I don't know, to me like an 8 out of 10 is Kaguya-sama. That's an 8 out of 10, or like or 9 or 10 or whatever I gave it. But that show's clearly higher than this. So to me, nah, nah,
Yeah.
seven out
As
of
of
ten
right now, because this is only part one.
as of right now.
Because I know Kaguya-sama season 1 was at least a solid like 8 for me because the plot barely went anywhere.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's fair. That's fair.
that
Okay.
that's the reason why I'm giving it just like that. Now they progress just like Kaguya-sama, and we get to that ending or whatever that we always wanted the plot to progress. Then yeah, so
Okay. All right. Okay. I agree with that. I agree with that. We gonna have to wait and see. But for right now, Spike Family is mid. That's all I'm gonna say. Spike Family is mid. Hey, I love it. That's what I'm gonna say. If you hate me, I don't know. Go cry to your mom about it. That's all I gotta say. Do you have any more points? Anything else you want to say?
Nah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just got one more thing to say. Don't watch Shield Hero season 2. That shit
Oh
trash.
my god.
That shit is trash. That's all I gotta say. But other than that, y'all be easy.
You see, my man just did. He gonna leave you like that. Shield Hero just trash. Now I don't fully disagree, and I don't 100% disagree. We might have to do it. We might have to record that. I don't know, but for right now, Spike's Family. I mean, 7 out of 10 is cool if you got time for it. You know, and you can follow us on social media. Everything's in the description. At Dcentos everywhere. I think you're at StrawhatYomo everywhere. Maybe not. It's in the description. But with that, drink some water, be safe, and we out.
Peace.